All right, here we go. This is going to be pretty simple, pretty easy. Got a call today. Somebody's really confused about what to do. So here's what's going to happen. Is you're going to pull up the three-column outline. And the three-column outline is really cool because it allows us to organize the speech, to practice a speech. And I like this one because here in this column, it tells us where we are. So we have, we have the attention, uh, the main idea is going to say something different, and then your preview. Now, remember, the purpose of an introduction is to introduce what we're doing. So fill this in as best you can, and then it has three columns for a purpose. If you notice here, this column is kind of so we can always know where we are. The middle column here, if you notice, is so that this is where we're going to actually write the entire speech, and we're going to use complete sentences. This helps us because this column is the one that you practice with. It's not the one you would do your speech from if we were in class. You would have note cards or whatever for that. But this is for you to practice, to practice, to practice, to practice. Write it, say it, practice it. And here in the third column, it sounds kind of goofy, or looks kind of goofy, that we would have label physical behaviors. Now, sometimes we have to think about that. What are the physical behaviors? So sometimes it sounds really scripted, but here's the deal. It's not scripted. Just remember, you need to slow down at some parts. You need to think, and you need to look at your audience at times. And so as you do that, that's a great thing that you can do. And so we get here. So it's a demonstration speech that we're doing. How many people have tried to, I know it's going to spell check it, try go over Niagara Falls. Horrible thing, but it's off the top of my head. That's a question, right? Honestly, people don't know because there's not a correct and accurate number. Today, though, I'm going to show you, today I am going to show you how to go over safely. Actually, the only way to go over safely is to don't. But first, we're going to do this by, let's see, so we will discuss the methods, the history, I know, it's horrible. History, steps, and the history and steps, because pretty much it's not too much than that. History, steps, and precautions. I don't know. I know, this is horrible. As y'all can see, precautions. Now, from here, we really don't need 4 and 5, but they're there just to remind us if we need it. But right here, you can put your transition. So it'd be before we can talk about how to safely go, we must talk about the history of Niagara Falls and the history of the attempts to go over Niagara Falls. And so what here? So the first thing is going to be attempt history. And you can talk about some of the most fabulous. One of the first most fabulous failures was whatever. The first whatever, then this one and this one. Maybe there were some successful attempts. But you can talk about, how they tried barrels and different ways to do it. Well, out of all the many, many things I've been able to do and see, well, I found the basic recipe is that we're going to use a barrel. So to go over the falls, you need a barrel, and you'll write your supplies there. You'll need a barrel, a whatever, and a whatever. And then this is where you'll give the steps. But don't remember, somewhere in there, you've got to do the precautions too. Remember, because precautions, and you can You could even put, yeah, it says, blah, 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 barrel, barrel, barrel. Now that you know how to do it, here's some things you need to think about before you try and do this. You'll need to make sure you have your passport because you're going over to Canada. Also, too, you need to think about the weather, the tides, whatever. And then here you do your conclusion, the same thing we've done. Now, the joys of this are that you can create a great outline. And it's a systematic way to help us do this. And that's the easiest way to get an outline done. So, hey, any questions, any comments, concerns? I got you. Have fun making your outline. I look forward to seeing you this weekend. Love you. Bye.